Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Russian missiles and drones continue to haunt Ukrainian towns. According to the commander of Ukrainian's Air Force, air defense assets managed to take down 20 Russian drones launched overnight at the critical infrastructure in 7 of the country's regions. Damage was reported in Lviv, Odessa, Poltava, and near the city of Enohorda. The Russian military is saying that Ukraine has been targeting the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant with its own drones, alleging that Kyiv has been hitting the area for 3 days straight. However, Ukrainian civilian and military officials are categorically denying having targeted or ever planning to target any nuclear facilities. President Zelensky visited the northern front to inspect fortifications and defensive structures around Kharkiv. The Ukrainian leader has also appealed for continued military support to protect the second largest city in Ukraine against Russian attacks. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, IDF forces claim to have killed the head of the Maghazi refugee camp located in central Gaza. Israel says the man was a member of Hamas's military wing. Up north, Palestinian militants have launched several indirect fire attacks targeting Israeli soldiers. The fighting continues as injured civilians move from the destroyed Al-Shifa hospital to the next biggest medical complex, Kamel Adwan. According to US and Israeli officials, Iran is smuggling weapons through Jordan and the West Bank to arm Hamas. Iran has reportedly been establishing networks and connections in the West Bank with the goal of encircling Israel militarily. And now for some footage from the heart of the Donetsk region. The Ukrainian 72nd Mechanized Brigade has recently pulled off quite the pro move, using FPV drones to track down and eliminate a Russian gunner. In Avdiivka, they scouted, found, and put the guy in an early grave. This is the future of the battlefield right before our very eyes. And now for some grittier footage showing a Ukrainian warrior bravely navigating what remains of the village of Tarne. The clip really shows the extent of the devastation on the ground. War's ugly face staring right at us. Let's try not to turn away though, lest we forget that there are people out there still fighting to stem the tide threatening to spill far beyond the borders of Ukraine. And now we're moving to Crimea, where the 12th Azov Special Purpose Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine is on the tier, clearing out occupiers hiding in their bunkers. See the 12th drone operators right on the thick of it, pounding Russian bunkers with precision strikes. It may look like an action sequence, but that's real life. Take a look. Well, looks like another MTLB loaded with Russian invaders won't make it to the front lines after getting hammered by the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. The enemy infantry tried to bail and hide, but Ukrainian FPVs armed with frag rounds quickly caught up and made quick work of them. Check out the fireworks near Avdiivka, courtesy of the Patrol UAV unit. In the past 24 hours, the Ukrainian Air Force has been hitting its target pretty hard, including 15 enemy troop concentration areas, weapons, and equipment depots, plus 2 missile systems. Rocket artillery units, meanwhile, damaged 1 Russian troop concentration areas and took out 3 anti-aircraft defense encampments. Check out this footage. And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.